Welcome back to Love Ice Nutrition Program. OMG, now you guys are waiting on the story time. It is now here, up and running. As I said, story time. When we say story time, I mean story time. Anybody who want to know about Love Ice, who is Love Ice? This is who is Love Ice. When I get into the story, I hope it help everybody who listen, understand what is life out there back then and now, because guys, we know it's still going on deep down. All heap of people are going through it, so it's good when you can talk about things, so why not? And listen, if you want to hear part 2, part 3 and 4, trust me, did but hear what, just comment down below and you hear it lock. Welcome back to Love Ice Nutrition Programming. This is story time, and guys, this is like real story time. My life, and persons would have said, why would you want to talk your story, or why would you want to bring your life on the media or on YouTube, whichever way, but I feel better this way than call somebody one side and say, this is what happened to me, growing up, and then you use it back for me, or you have me off a way, or I am nobody to you. But for me to do this on my own, for the world to know who is Love Ice, then you understand, because Love Ice have a nutrition channel, so Love Ice want to share a bit about herself, her real life, her reality, things that happen during growing up, and it's not everybody can relate to this, you get me? Not everybody can. So when you see something like this happening, we just have to just listen. So persons who want to hear can listen. Some persons who don't want to hear don't have to. But it's just reality. I'm gonna like to know, sir. But discuss what's going down. What I actually grow with it. Because I always tell myself that I am tough, certain way. So there are certain things I won't say or do in which I wasn't like this. When I start to have children, then I start to understand, say, when you have children, you have to be open up, because they need them to be open up to you. So when they grow, come see you open up certain way, then they will have to go by that. Also, you either prefer it that way, so so if anything bothering, then them can say it to you. For me, when growing up, we never have a moment of open up to nobody. We never have that privilege of open up to anybody. But during the time growing up, it wasn't a bed of rose. And I mean, maybe half of the people would have say, it wasn't bed of rose for me neither. I'm gonna get up and go make YouTube video about it. But as I said before, everybody express themselves different, okay? So I'm expressing myself this way. I choose to do it. This is not about making money or being famous or anything like that. This is just reality. I talk about things that I need to talk about, things I need to belch about, things that some persons might say back then, children wasn't that bad, it wasn't that abused, so much abuse, because back then more people them back then have more sense and are it more hideable. People hide things about stuff, but persons might not hide things now, or now it's so open and upload about. But I mean, things do happen, yes, we all know that, and as I said, everybody express themselves different. So guys, as I said before, I choose to talk my story time to the media, and that's my choice, nobody else's choice. And it don't take me today or yesterday to decide that. It take me a monkey time, long time. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So I'm Yvonne Elaine Gray, 21st of January 1980. I'm 40 years old, January 2020 gone. And this today is October 9, 2020. Yeah, so I love the background and my view, why I did this at work. I wanted to do it more comfortable, sit down and discuss the whole settings, but you know, I work with the Spirit. I do work with the Spirit. Whenever time God touch me, whenever time He talks to me a lot, don't feel it out. I may not baptized, you know, but I'm a child of God. Yeah. You understand? So whenever time He told me to do something, trust me guys, I'm there. So I'm waiting on Him. Whenever time He say, look here, Yvonne, it's time to get baptized, then I'm here. I will definitely be there. Don't worry about it. You understand? No mankind can look upon me and say, come do this, come do that. Oh, let's go in the church because this is no. Now, when they do that and you mess up, they don't hang around with you. You know, you're left on your own, and that's another story to talk about again. So let's get straight to this. So being growing up, it's not a bed of rose, as persons would say in much words. You know, I had so much going on as being the 9th out of 10. My mom had 10 of us, 5 girls and 5 boys. I am the 9 out of the 10. I am the last girl out of the 5 girls. So I'm swinging on to wash belly, but I'm not wash belly. I'm part of wash belly. Yeah. So we grew up not knowing a lot of stuff, not used to a lot of stuff. Yeah. But we are here. We pulled through. So who is it? The Almighty. Yes, God was with us. So we pulled through. We got through that. We lost our dad 20 years ago. You know, he had a pacemaker in his heart, battery on his heart, and it failed him one Monday morning. So I'm not a fan of Monday. I always remember losing my father on a Monday morning. You know, it do fail him. Okay then. So we had that moment. At that time, we weren't together, as in living in one place. But at that time, I had my son. I had my big son. You know, my son was just turned 2. Him and my dad had a bond. You know, just turned 2 when I lost my dad. However, my son is 22 now. 20 years now I lost my dad. So that was it. Before we lost him, you know, man all over. Married to my mother when she was 20 years old. Give her first child at the same age, you know. And he married to her and give her 10 pitney, 10 children. 5 girls, 5 boys, as I said earlier. And when he did that, he didn't stop there. He didn't stop there. When she met him, I think he already have about 6. Not sure, but I can count on my hand about 6 of them when he met her. 3 for one woman and 2 for one woman, and 1 was for single. Yeah, I think that's the way it was. Yes, I think so, if I can remember clearly. So you know, it was a huge family where that man is concerned. I knew 5 of them out of the 6. Yeah, I knew 5, and we are there. we had a relationship going close with 4. Yeah, 4. We were close with 4, especially 3 of them. The three, one mother, with the 3. We had a close relationship with those 3. Very close. Bigger brother and sister them. So everybody has them got them separate ways. Everybody is big, but we are still here. You know, thank be to God. Yeah, so we got through it rough. The worst thing I see that my father did, and or put it this way, the things that I saw my father did, the thing that I think my father should have done is actually put my mother in a home for herself, yeah? A home so she can say, okay, this is my home with my kids, and in case of anything, we had here permanently. No, he didn't do that. So we were like buttering here, there, near in the atmosphere. However, I can remember starting primary school at almost the age of 9. I started primary school. I couldn't go in grade 1 because I was too old. You know, we stayed in basic school for ages, you know, because the lack of attention, money, and the whole hospitality of stuff, privilege, all them something they forget things done. He wasn't up to standard. He wasn't around much because as a man, a husband, and a father, he just wanted to just explore. He never know when to stop. So him just explore himself over and over, not remembering that he had a family, he had a wife with children that need to be comfortable, that need to be up forward, yeah? So we were in basic school for ages. I can remember clearly. When I started primary school, I was almost 9. I was 8 plus. However, I didn't go in grade 1. I didn't go in grade 2. I went straight to grade 3. So after going grade 3, I had challenges because I didn't know what it's like to be in grade 1 or grade 2. So I had to work with grade 3, and it's more advanced, yeah. However, I worked my way and I got through in grade 3, and I didn't spend a term in grade 3 because of my age, that they pushed me in grade 4. While in grade 4, you know, when you're going to school, it wasn't pretty any at all. Guys, let me tell you this. I'm going to cut it a bit. Let me tell you this. If you're living comfortable and you get attention and love, and I'm not saying my parents didn't love me, don't get it wrong, but poverty, some parents don't function with that. That's what I realized, you know. And I tried my best so hard for that not to reach my children. And even though I failed at times, yeah, but I still brush off and make sure at least they got a meal. They got a meal every day, you know. Anywhere the meal for come from, my children them gotta eat. None of them going to them bed hungry. So that was my case. So during that time going primary school, it wasn't pretty, because persons will say, what that big girl they are doing here? No, I wasn't big as in body big, no, but age. Age, older, always older than the rest. So, you know, they had to keep pushing me up because of wise. So it wasn't pretty. I didn't talk much. I was this quiet, that quiet, growing up. I was so surprised when they give me class monitor. I was like, okay then, what am I gonna do with this? And the teacher, she was so ignorant, she was so dark. Every time she come and, you're too quiet, you need to get up and make sure the class is quiet when I'm not in, them look away there. I even got beaten for it in my sleep. In class, the teacher come in and saw me sleeping. I can remember I went in that morning, no breakfast, didn't have any tea, and I used to travel with migraine a lot. I realized that whenever time migraine catches me is hunger. Every time I'm hungry, migraine trigger. I have terrible headaches. I have a headache and I hold on my head and I actually doze off. And she come in with a rubber tire because that's how she beat them with, because she has never let me before. And she started beat me in my sleep. Jump out of my sleep and I think something hit me because I hear the noise with the kids them, and I jump up same time and I realize my shoulder swelled big, just swelled big so. And I said, Miss, what is it? What am I getting beaten for? Why are you sleeping in the class? And the teacher them, the student them need to shut up. Peer noise and make and cheer and bounce up and this happen and that happen. Why you think you have that on your clothes? You're you're supposed to monitor the class so the class quiet. Okay then, that was grade 4 people. That was grade 4. So that teacher approach wasn't correct any at all. The teacher didn't come to me and found out from me what is going on. How is my morning? What did I have for breakfast? Or what happened at home? Something. It just didn't happen. She didn't do it. So basically she go ahead and do fair thing. So I just go easy about it. I would sit there and I would cry. I was like, and that's how I get friends, people come around, persons start to come and I say, want to your Gray, want to your Osh, them go for something, alcohol and I rub on it and to burn me and swell up, shoulder swell up big and she don't even look at it, and I cry. When school over, I went home and my mom, she weren't there. But when she came home in the night, I always up when she came home. Anytime she come home, I always up. So that night I was asleep and she was like, hell no. This girl don't sleep unless me come in. So she come over me and she pulled the sheets. She was talking to me and I was answering her back. And she said, yeah, answer so. And she touched her shoulder and I jumped up, wow. And she said, what is it? And she turned on the light to light a candle. Because we used to use a lamp light, the kerosene oil lamp, and the kerosene oil had finished, so she told us not to light any candle, So she light a candle and she said, what happened? Why you jump like that? And I show her my shoulder. She said, what happened at school? Why you fighting? I said I wasn't fighting. And I explained to her and she was so upset. She had work to go. Remember, she's doing domestic work and it's not that play is not something where you can just stop like that. And she had us to stop, So I'm not going to say my mom didn't love me or anything like that. She had us to stop that morning. And remember, when I have phone for contact persons and so forth about things, or maybe people now could have called them workplace and say we have emergency XYZ. We never had that privilege either. However, she went to school and asking the teacher what happened because Even come home with her shoulder swell up big. So you use rubber tie and beat her. What is it? So she came and she said, did you ask her what you do? And my mom said, yes. But I'm asking you now, what happened? What could have caused this? So she was raising her voice and so my mom stepped out and my mom went to the principal's office, and she take me with her and she lift up my shirt and show the principal and say she just needs some answers about this because it's not a misbehaving child, and what if what she say done, then the teacher have serious issues. However, my mom was this soft woman where listen to persons and take things, a bit lighter than even my dad, and they told her she was wrong. Teacher, she was wrong. However, she didn't find out what is going on before and all that. And persons might say, so why you never have no breakfast the morning? We never have it. So there's not every morning we go to school with breakfast. When we can, we do. When we can't, we just don't. You understand? So the teacher was reprimanded by the principal. She was told she was wrong, and all that. And I pull off the badge and I hand it back to them. And I said, if this badge is going to allow abusive things like this. And guys, I was just 10-year-old, like going to 11. If this badge is going to, I don't want it. So I always tell them that having a badge is so much of a disadvantage in so many ways. Yeah, I always try to refuse it. So I gave it back, and the principal said, "No, it don't go like that. That's not how it goes. It's your badge. You haven't done anything wrong for giving it up." So she said, "I'll show you that it won't happen again. But it's your badge." So I put on the badge on my uniform, and my mom take me to the class and she kissed my forehead, and she went on her merry way. So I'm here. I was at school in her class, same way. I did what I supposed to did. I can remember at one point she was so upset at me because as I was told, nobody has ever talked to she about anything and she always get her with a lot. So she didn't speak to me much, and I worse didn't speak to her much. We had a reading test. We have a reading test for us to move from one grade to another. Sometimes they pull you out before time. If you advance, then pull you out and keep the slower one then back. However, we had a reading test, and I was teaching some persons there to read, and she heard me teaching them to read. So she skipped past who in line because there was a line settings, and she said, "You come." And when I go, she sit in front of me and she said, "Read this." And I was reading, but guys, I was buck shuffling, honestly, because I don't know what's her motive. I have this jump when I'm around her. I keep jumping, so I'm not sure if me reading will cause a beating or if me not reading is going to cause I don't know. So I was confused there, I didn't understand the whole thing, and she didn't explain nothing to me. So I was like, they're like nothing will happen. And guys, let me tell you this. She sent me back on my seat. She never gave me a chance to read off the paragraph where at least the whole page that she gave me. She stopped me and she sent me back on my seat. So I thought when she finished with the rest, when she finished and coming down to me, she's going to use me back. She don't use me back. She called my mother and tell my mother that she need to come in because I am not I am not reading, and the fact that I am not reading, and I am start the school a bit late, and we need to go up in bigger grades. And if I don't read, I can't go up in bigger grades. So my mother said that is unlike me. So anyway, the lady still a fight me out. The teacher still a fight me out. Young, you don't still not understand what is going on, but I know I have this afraid fear. You understand? So my mom, when I went home, mommy asked me about it, and I was explaining, and she said, "Ah, Jesus, I'm telling you, Father Jesus, cover my children, them, cover them, because I don't understand what is going on." You know? And she started talk, and mommy said, "Just read." Because she said that I read and I teach people to read. Why you not doing it when you go up to her? Anyway, I was supposed to do about the test. Then the next day. She didn't give me the next day. And the final day come, she never come to school. Yeah. So I never get to do that test, and I stuck in that class. So it's when we are move up to grade 5, I have to go straight to grade 6. Straight to grade 6 because of my age. She hold me back in the class because of the whole vexation. So I had to go straight to grade 6. Yeah. And then that was it there. Primary school. Wasn't an easy task, but we've been through it. Them time they know a girl ear a plot big, some big plot in a girl ear, because that's the only way my mother stretch out. So yeah, guys, I'm telling you, it wasn't pretty. So everybody know of up ear style, everybody know one this a kind of ear style, yeah. Everybody want that the kind of ear style, you know, and them time there we'd have to work with some big